What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, coming to you with some live, hot, steaming news. I don't know if it's good. I don't know if it's bad. It's bad to some. It's good to some. But here it is. Arum frustrated. Hearn radio silent on Fury Joshua site deal. Fury might fight Wilder next. Wow. A frustrated top-ranked chairman, Bob Arum, told Boxing Scene on Monday that he would not be surprised if plans for the all-British undisputed heavyweight championship fight between Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua in the works for July or early August in Saudi Arabia fall apart, and that Fury next winds up facing former world title holder Deontay Wilder for the third time. Quote by Bob Arum: "Maybe we'll breathe some life into Wilder and Fury will fight Wilder and Joshua will fight the WBO mandatory challenger Alexander Usyk," said Arum. Arum said that he had been bullyish on Fury Joshua being finalized because Joshua's promoter Eddie Hearn of Matchroom Boxing, Joshua's promoter, who has spearheaded the talks with a group of Saudi Arabians, promised that the site deal would be done last week. Bob Arum said Hearn has gone radio silent. Eddie Hearn is busy trying to sell the London Bridge, Arum said. "Let me tell you, last time I talked to Eddie was early last week, and he said he was going to have a signed agreement from the Saudis in 24 hours. Well, he's a little late. Wouldn't you be pessimistic if you hadn't heard from him or anybody for a week? We're the promoter with Frank Warren or Fury, and we haven't heard from Eddie in a week." Hearn has said he has secured a $150 million site fee from the Saudi Arabians that pick up one or three dates, the 24th, the 31st of July, or the 7th of August, to put the fight on the site of their choice, and they're in the country. Arum said that he was told that likely site would be in a new indoor stadium in Jeddah, although he is now not sure the deal will push through. Arum has long been skeptical of offers from overseas, typically telling reporters when the topic is brought up about a major fight that I'm not packing my bags yet. Okay. So, this is what we have. And it seems to me that when Bob Arum says, hey, we're breathing some life into a third Wilder fight, it makes you think, what the hell is really going on? Like, what's really happening? Okay. Michelle Joy Phelps, she posted Saudi Arabia confirmed, right? Like we all heard. And 20,000 fans will be in attendance via indoor arena. And I'm sure similar to when they hosted the rematch between Joshua and Ruiz. Okay. Now, Telly Swift, which is the fiance or lady of Deontay Wilder, stated this: "You know he can't fight anyone until he fights Deontay first." Okay. Now, if anybody should know anything, that's the lady of the man that has the arbitration going with Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury hasn't said anything because it's a gag order. Wilder hasn't said anything because it's a gag order. But she can say certain things that can take place or can't take place now, can't she? Because she knows more than she's willing to say. But what she said is coming together, because now all of a sudden Bob Arum is reconsidering the fight with Deontay Wilder. Now the question is, why in the fuck would you just now worry Wilder with a fight? I know Wilder's wanted to fight. He's wanted to fight for a while, but why wouldn't you want to push that later? Now you are considering that? And see, everyone wants to blame Eddie Hearn. He's the only one flying all the way around the fucking world to make sure it's done. On top of that, I feel sorry for Joshua and I feel sorry for Eddie Hearn. Why? Because Eddie Hearn is the only one that's doing shit. Frank Warner sit back talking reasons why he can't or it can't happen, but he ain't really saying the real reason. Maybe he ain't saying the real reason is because he can't. Because he knows that until that fucking arbitration and all that shit is done, really, he can't make a fight. You guys notice and remember back when the Caballero fight was announced and all of a sudden it went radio silent? You guys remember that? Do you guys remember that? He had a date, Frank Warren himself saying that Caballero agreed to the money, he agreed to the date, he agreed to all that, and he wanted to fight Caballero, right? And then all of a sudden it just fucking vanished. You guys remember that? Okay, it looks like the same thing is happening right now. Okay? Now all of a sudden you're revisiting Wilder and you said you wouldn't fight Wilder, which everyone knew. I felt that was bullshit because it's like, okay, you know, if you're not going to fight him, okay, don't fight him. Do whatever you need to do. Stand behind your morals. Stand on your heel. I get it. But now don't, oh, well, you know, sticks and stones. No, we don't go there with that sticks and stones shit. And I thought that was very, very peculiar because I don't buy into it. Because, see, I think at this point, maybe, just maybe, Tyson Fury has got himself in a situation where he can't easily get himself out of. We've heard him say a week and a half ago, hey, you know what? I'm paying millions of dollars to my lawyers to make sure this fight gets done. But can the fight really get done? Okay, now with the gag order, that worries me. See, normally I would say, well, you know what? Bob Arum was right. But how can Bob Arum know anything when he's not in the courtroom? He's not a part of that situation or that arbitration. He's not a part of any of that. Okay, so if it was cut and dry like he claimed it was when the contract expired, why do we have a gag order? I just said that. It all looks funny. When Tyson Fury said, well, I don't know, I can't really talk, I can't really speak about it, to be honest. When he said that shit, I was like, uh-oh, there's something else to this that he's not trying to talk about. Okay, that's one thing that on this channel, we're going to get down to the bottom. Yes, I want to see the super fight. Yes, I want to see people get their just due. But what I don't want to see is a bunch of lies and a bunch of bullshit. I don't want to see that. Okay, because when it comes down to what a fighter is obligated to do, just say, hey, I'm obligated to fight Wilder. Let me fight Wilder. I should have been fought Wilder. I shouldn't have got all emotional, because that's what Tyson Fury did. He made an emotional decision, supposedly, and said, I will never fight Deontay Wilder. And then you think about it, if he's paying millions of dollars to actual lawyers, what is he really doing? Not you paid Wilder, but because of Wilder, you paid someone else because of another man, when you could have just fought this man and got it over with. And I don't see what the fucking problem was. He is losing money trying to prove a point, if the point it can be proven. Because based on what we heard, things are not adding up. And then they're expecting Eddie Hearn, like, hurry. It's like this. They're expecting Eddie Hearn to do something that they know they probably can't even do. You see what I mean? That's why I think the money and that one fight deal with the video I just dropped came up with. That's why he knew, well, it can't be a 2-fight deal, because at this point, I didn't want to even say anything at this video before I read this shit, because I wasn't sure. Now I'm pretty sure that he can't take a second fight with Anthony Joshua right away. If he wins, okay, great. But can he even fight Anthony Joshua right now? And now they're saying, oh, we need to go back. Joshua can fight the WBO. Okay, so now you put Joshua, Hearn, Joyce, Alexander Usyk, all these teams, you put them all on hold because of something that you weren't sure of, when they could have just said, hey, let's hold off on the fight. The fight can't happen yet until legal issues are cleared away, are cleared up. That's what they should have done. Instead of bullshitting everyone and laying everything on Eddie Hearn like he's the fucking Superman, like he got an S on his chest, right? When really, if I'm Eddie Hearn at this point, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to worry about Canelo and Billy Joe. I'm not even going to worry about that. I'm going to put my fighter in with his mandatory, Alexander Usyk, because you guys are full of shit. Because it looks like, look, everyone has to be on the same page. Okay? Everyone. I mean, Wilder's team, Fury's team, Joshua's team, Eddie Hearn, Bob Arum, Frank Warren, Shelly Finkel. All these people have to be in understanding, because it looks like these guys have something going over here which is totally contradicting of what's going on over here. So it's not really making sense at all. And I'm sick of it. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think about Bob Arum's comments towards Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury, and Anthony Joshua. Please subscribe, and you guys been counterpunching. Peace.